Yes, guys. What's everyone saying? Again, sorry that the phone in takes ages, but you already know what it is. When the phone in comes out, you already know my live reviews out on 100%. 100% Chelsea. What year is this? Oh my gosh. I've got like three guys in the chat just creasing now just off that shout out. But yeah, Carefree Lewis G. That means the review's out on my personal channel, so check it out now, guys. Let me know what you man are already saying. Another win, another clean sheet. Another 3 points closer to the title. We're still going to say it quietly, but let me know what you guys are thinking. We're going to drop our first guest in now. Ben, yes, bro, what are you saying?
What channel, Lewis? What channel?
That was the wrong channel.
B-Tech channels? What? B-Tech channels? Power abusive channels?
B-Tech owners, not channels, man.
Right, okay, right, yeah. Blues Fans TV, that's the channel, right? Yeah.
Damn right.
Imagine I'm just a fan cam guy and I know more than you.
Hey, you're just trying to push that.
Make me pretend as Sammy, you know, like Sakis guy, man.
Yeah, you're totally
just bring him back when we can vlog again. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Anyway.
Not much, man. Happy. We're top of the league. We're going to win the league. Liverpool will get relegated. Hopefully, Arsenal get relegated. Hopefully, Tottenham get relegated as well, and we can call it a perfect season.
Exactly, man. And we're going to talk about perfect seasons. It has been a near perfect season for us. The one thing that makes this victory that much better is, you know, if you look at the start of the season when things were going poorly for us and we were still struggling with transitions, a bunch of individual mistakes, didn't deep it until a few days ago. We still only lost one game. One game, and that's it. Like, that's going to be so key to us towards the end of the season. Even if you look at the way we lost, I mean, if we're going to be real about it, Kepa tax plus the red card, not really anything the team could have done about it. So it's been a very solid season for us. But Ben, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, we're really starting to find our momentum now. It's really good to see because we started off slow. You know, it was quite sluggish. Looking at potential, you know, laughability of our team, but you know, we've really dwelled now with one of the strongest teams in the league. We've got the highest scoring team in the league. You know, that I don't think anyone can stop us at the moment. I really don't. All right, yeah, look, it's Newcastle, but we've always had problems going to Newcastle. St James's Park has not been the best of stadiums for us, and we've gone there. We've done what we needed to do, and we've really just proved ourselves as a team today. It wasn't the best game, as Irene just said. However, it's still a result. It is still a result that we needed.
Exactly. Yeah. And the first thing I do want to talk about is that St. James's Park curse. I think that is finally finished now. 2 wins in the last 3 years.
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
I don't want to say too much, but we're past it now, in my opinion.
I don't know about that, mate. I mean, maybe we were beneficial that there weren't fans there today, because I think with Newcastle, I think we know very well what Newcastle can do. I think St James's Park is dangerous because of the atmosphere.
It is, but I mean, if I'm being real, they are just sing when you're winning, same as everybody else.
Yeah, but not even that. Just like the hostility of it. It can't. Like if
the only thing hostile is that staircase.
Oh yeah, true.
Real about it.
Like you can imagine, like you know what? If I lived in Newcastle and I had a season ticket to Newcastle and ended up doing every away game, I would not be the size I am today. I'd be like your size, mate, skinny. Like those stairs are.
Hey,
I
ain't
like a marathon
anymore. Lockdown's taken the absolute piss, but I'm not gonna go too much on my fucking frame. But we move. Yeah, the thing that I liked about it with us, we didn't even really have to get out of second gear for this game. I mean, fair play. I mean, Newcastle didn't really try to attack. There was no pressing whatsoever, and it was just St. Maximin and Inshallah for 90 minutes. So, and also with that, St. Maximin's end product ain't really all there. So the game was in our hands. It was about taking our chances.
Yeah, the only thing I'll be negative about on that is obviously I feel like we should have played as if we need to stay in top gear. Yeah, look, we've just come off an international break, but you know, I mean, players have just been absolutely blitzing it during the international break. Werner was on fire, Ziyech was on fire, Mendy kept 2 clean sheets for Senegal. Even Kante scored in the winner against Portugal. So we should have kept that momentum because we've got a big game next week. It's probably our biggest game of the season so far. Tottenham, because Tottenham are playing exceptional. They're coming to us. They've got a point to prove. Mourinho's got a point to prove. And, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son are going to be very dangerous. So I would have preferred us to, send a message today instead of, just playing at limited capacity and just getting the result. However, we have got Rennes on Tuesday away. That could be another point to prove, I know Tottenham.
Rennes, actually. Do you see us having the same sort of lineup, or who do you see
maybe
making
more relaxed, I reckon. We've got decent amount of points now. We've got 7 points. With 7 points.
We do, but I still think there's a lot to play for, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we drew against Sevilla, and we got.
No, I mean like with other results. I don't think there's still a gap. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig's shaking his head. There isn't.
Yeah. But we got. Rennes result. We win that. 10 points normally sees you through anyway. And even then, we've still got an easy game with that Russian team. Yeah, that's the one. I'm just not good with pronunciations these days. They got to come to the bridge anyway, so we can really take our foot off the gas when it comes to the Champions League, and then go all guns blazing against Sevilla to try and top the group. So I think we can play a relaxed team. Really prep for Tottenham, really focus on training. Tottenham have got to play on Thursdays because they're a really crap London team.
As a very big point.
Good London teams qualify for Champions League, if I'm correct. If you're a good club, you qualify for the Champions League, not bottle it in the Europa League, or celebrate the Europa League like you've won the Premier League. If I'm correct, sorry.
Come on.
Imagine you got some clubs bottling it to Olympiacos at home last season, or losing it in their biggest ever final, Baku. And you've got other clubs who think qualification for the Europa League is when they've been Champions League finalists, looking to become a solid Champions League team, and just celebrating like they've either just escaped relegation or won the league or won the Premier League. It's just a chance for Chelsea to prove that we're the best club in London. I don't need to say we need to prove it. We are. We just need to really keep on top of it. But regardless of all the jokes about Tottenham being crap because they are, and Arsenal being crap because they are, Tottenham are going to have a lot to prove when they come to the bridge, and it's probably our biggest must-win game of the season, just to silence Tottenham, because I don't like them piping up, but they want to. No. But yeah, it's a really good way to sort of prove ourselves. Everyone's going up for the granddad thing, man. I didn't even know. I'm living in Sevenoaks, okay. So I'm not a granddad. I'd be very scared if I was, because I'm 24 years old. Being a 24-year-old granddad, I'm pretty sure police would be knocking at my door. Anyway, overall game, did want to see us get out of second gear just to prove the point, as I mentioned. The counter-attacking note is still dangerous. I'd say maybe for Rennes, maybe not play Ziyech, or if you do, wrap him in bubble wrap. Because I think Ziyech's going to be our key player going forward this season. I think he's going to unlock the capabilities of all other players. I think if Havertz and Ziyech are playing well, their creational tactics and capabilities are immense. And then it's just down to Pulisic if he's fit, Werner if he just continues his form, and maybe some of the players in the squad depth as well that can see the game off.
All right, cool. Final question before we wrap this up. Who's your man of the match for today?
I don't know, because I saw a lot of decent performances. I don't think it's Tammy. I think Tammy only got it because he got on the score sheet, which is fair enough.
Tammy win man of the match?
Tammy Abraham got man of the match, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But I don't think it is Tammy. It's between Kante and Zouma, I'd say.
Yeah,
I think it was a
I'd
really good
throw Reece
performance.
James's name in there as well.
Yeah, but I think Kante done a lot more. You know
Ridiculous.
what? I'll just give it to Kante. I think Kante edged it a little bit better. He was really on it today. He played as a defensive
Brilliant.
player, a CDM.
I see you trying to drop your BS agenda. I was waiting for you to try and say something like that.
Kante as a CDM seems to be working. You know, not as a
It
centre
is
mid, as a
working. It
CDM.
is working. And I'm very happy for it. But I'm also going to say, we haven't faced a pressing side yet. Newcastle couldn't press a light switch, let alone a player. So, like, I'm going to be patient on it.
I'll tell you what. Let's see what these guys think. You know, make sure you let Lewis know. Is Kante a CDM or a centre mid?
One of the man of the matches of that game. Him or Reece James for me. You're damn right. And I'm not going to try and take anything away from him. I still say he's a box-to-box centre mid. Right now. DM against the right sort of side, a team that's going to give him the space, like your Burnleys, your Sheffield Uniteds, your Newcastles. Perfect. If this ball's out against Spurs as well, then cool. That's all I want to see. If he can bang it out against the pressing side, then cool. I'm all for it now. Until then, it's just something we're working with in games. There's some games where we're going to have to try something different. There's some games where it's going to be perfect for us.
No, of course.
Okay, Ben, you want the link as well. I'll send that over. Ben, thanks for jumping on, bro. Massively appreciated.
No worries. Cheers, bro. Make sure you all subscribe to Blues Fans TV, guys, for the best Chelsea content in the world. And make sure you realise it is Blues Fans TV, Lewis, not 100% Chelsea. We're not BTEC.
I've only made a mistake like once or twice. Oh, he's already left before I could get rid of him. But okay, cool. Yeah, thanks for jumping on anyway, Ben. Let's see what you guys say in the comments. Yeah, I would go for Kante as man of the match. It's either him or Reece James for me. I think either or, they could both deserve it. I thought I was being nice about Newcastle. Newcastle's a nice away day. It's just it's a ball ache to get up there. We'll get our next guy on. Ian. Yes, bro.
Mason Mount's man of the match.
Mason Mount. Okay, cool. You know what? We haven't actually spoken about Mason Mount, so go on, sell me on that.
We just dominated midfield, and he did it both defensively and going forward. Kante was given a little bit too much space, as you were saying. Not saying that he was bad. I thought he was superb, and he definitely is between the two of them for me for man of the match. But I found Mason Mount was just managed to get back and putting his toe in, just putting little places like that when they were coming forward. But he also managed to have a huge threat going forward, whether it was him with a chance or him getting the assist. I just thought he opened his body out really nicely and played loads of good passes for balls to get whipped in or, chances to be created. And I think that kind of quite often goes under the radar, is fine. It's not assists, it's not goals, but key passes, without those key passes, you don't have the assists, you don't have the goals. So I was really, really impressed by him. I mean, obviously I'm a little bit biased because I love the geezer. But I thought he was superb. And I think a lot of, I've said it many a time, I think there's a bit of an agenda against him. Do you know what I mean? In terms of what he can do and how he can do it. He's an academy graduate and he's putting his foot down and he shows what he can do. He did it for England as well. He's played a lot of football in the last 2 weeks. And I personally actually thought he might have been dropped today if Kai Havertz would have been fit, because Mason Mount would have been absolutely knackered. So I was a little bit kind of pessimistic maybe going into the game about his performance. I thought it might be a little bit below par, but very simply, he was absolutely superb. He was absolutely superb.
Yeah, Mason Mount, if anything, it's the same for a lot of the players, so I don't think they had to get out of first gear, but I didn't think Mason Mount had a bad performance. I do agree it was one of those where it definitely did go under the radar because he was more like the player behind the pass. But every time he was on the ball, looked exciting. Every time he released the pass, it wasn't the wrong sort of pass. I didn't see anything wrong from him, and I will say it does feel like one of those players that went under the radar because we've been talking about Reece James, we've been talking about, I was about to say Tammy Abraham. He got man of the match, which I will be real surprised me a little bit because I thought there was a couple players that could have won it instead of him for that match. Yeah,
I think that's just McManaman being a knob and taking the easy way out and picking the goal scorer as man of the match. It just seems like a little bit of a cop-out answer. Like, he was good, and like the points they were making, about his movement being decent and whatever. Completely agree with that. But, maybe the argument could be the one that Werner missed. I'll talk about him in a moment. But the one that Werner tried to square across to Tammy and obviously should have shot himself. Actually, Tammy was in the wrong place then. he should have completely gone
Was it Tammy or
towards the back.
Ziyech? Or was there two
No,
different ones?
I think it was Tammy, the one that was going back
Second
across
half,
goal.
right?
Yeah, second half. Yeah,
I think that was Ziyech.
whoever.
That doesn't matter. I was trying to remember if there was two different options or one, but go on.
Well, I think it was Tammy was going to have the tap in.
Okay.
If he would have, if Werner would have pulled it off, but actually Tammy should have been quite aggressive. Werner should have been quite aggressive and gone for it himself. Tammy should have been expecting to get the rebound rather than potentially getting the actual tap in. And I wasn't sure. Obviously, we will never know because it never panned out that way. But I was not sure whether he was onside or not.
Tammy.
Yeah.
I think he was onside. Because from what I remember, it wasn't an offside thing. It was a dodgy pass.
Yeah, it was a dodgy pass, but we'll never find out if he was offside because the ball never made it to him. But yeah, no, I think he was good. Of course, I mean, obviously he gets his goal and he finished it very, very well. But just maybe it could have been a little bit different, perhaps if it would have been, movement would have been a little bit better or something like that. So I wouldn't say that he was man of the match, but definitely did well. But yeah, for me, mine would be Mason Mount, but I could completely agree with Kante as well. And he's not man of the match, but I thought Kovacic again did very well.
Excellent as well.
We bossed midfield, and it allowed him to go and do a little bit more creatively going forward. He scored twice, didn't he, for Croatia? He definitely got. Yeah, he was amongst the goals for sure. I think a lot of people. I'm pretty sure even you might have been one of them in his first season, Lewis. It was kind of saying, "Look, he's good, but we need to see a little bit more kind of goal contributions." And I think that was a few people were saying that. And I understand
he couldn't do a forward pass. He refused.
Exactly, yeah. But you could see that he's got the quality in it. And I remember watching the game with you last year against Valencia away, and obviously he got a goal himself. He might have even got two in that game actually. I can't remember. Anyway, he got amongst the goals, and I was like, this is what he can do. Today, the opposition was completely right. He had the opportunities to go forward and play some forward passes and, have a couple of shots on goal. Didn't necessarily work out. But, he does really add that extra dynamic coming from midfield. An extra little bit of... I suppose it's just another option. Do you know what I mean? It's not necessarily like, oh, he's a certain goal threat, but he definitely is another option coming from midfield. To have to think about, it causes problems for the opposition.
Yeah, it was definitely the right opposition for it, but again, we've had a very easy run of games. Like we're looking towards December. December's where we really know for sure whether we are title contenders or if we're a little bit further off the pace than we thought we were or not. That's when we're going to get decent opposition. I think we got Everton away and Wolves away in the space of 3 days. We got Arsenal on Boxing Day, and we got Manchester City straight after the turn of the new year. Also, Leeds at home. There's one other fixture off the top of my head that I'm not thinking about, but that's when we're really
Ham, is it?
Yes. We haven't played West Ham.
We haven't played them. But
I think Leicester also after the turn of the year as well.
Yeah, I think we're I think we're in a little bit of an iffy spot, shall we say, in terms of the fixtures that are coming up. But, very simply, you've got to keep yourself in this race. And obviously we are now top, albeit maybe briefly. People are still going to have to come and beat us. If we go and beat Spurs, and I'll kind of follow on from what Ben was saying, if we go and beat Spurs, it's an absolutely massive 3 points. It's a huge 3 points, but they'll want blood, obviously, from 2 defeats last year to us. That Carabao Cup exit to them, I'm not even accounting for that because, both managers know that when it goes to penalties, who knew what was going to happen kind of thing. It was a lottery.
Better for us now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still think we should have stayed in it. We're one game less.
But I'm looking at like one game less, especially in this season. I think actually counts for a lot more.
Who did they draw?
Spurs. Who did they draw?
I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but I want to say it's
I'm going to check it real quick.
I want to say it's Stoke. It's not a good side anyway. One extra game before Christmas, I think.
Stoke away. My God.
Exactly. And then you're looking at being in the semi-final kind of thing. So I do think it's an opportunity lost and whatever. But neither manager will be, too overly critical. Goal Aston Villa, what a strike that is. Does very well.
Okay, so I'm on BT Sport and I'm still behind. Great.
Oh, well, you got a goal coming up.
Typical. So typical.
No, I think the main thing that if we can go and get the win against Tottenham, then of course that'd be great. But the Stade Rennais game cannot afford to be overlooked. They are a decent opposition. They were very unlucky with the red card in the game against us a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go to them. They're not going to have fans there. There was a potential that they were going to have fans there a few weeks ago, before France kind of went back into a lockdown again. But that game has to be won. It has to be won. There is nothing else that will do for me personally. It's so tight in the Champions League group. I don't care about qualification and not qualifying. I ain't about that. We have to finish top. We have to finish top of that group, because all of a sudden, last year, we finished second. Oh, it's okay. We qualified. Then we run into the eventual winners in the round of 16. Do you know what I mean?
Slapped about for 2 legs.
Yeah. And we did, and there's no other way to say it. We did get slapped around. It obviously took a little while for us to get slapped around, but we got slapped around. And the main thing for me is we have to win the group. If we win the group and we happen to face an absolutely banging side who nick into second, then it is what it is. We've done what we can. It's just unlucky. But if you finish second, you're asking for problems. You're causing yourself problems. So for me, we have to win the game. And then people forget we've got 5 days rest.
That's exactly a point I was going to bring up.
5 days. Yeah. So Spurs play Thursday. They've then got to play Sunday evening, same as us, of course. But we play 2 days before them. That's perfect.
We've got a 5-day rest. They've got a 3-day rest.
Exactly. We can afford to put in a little bit, even if it's a little tactical thing, it's not necessarily fitness work or whatever. We've had a lot of people away with international break, which is good. We want to see these people playing, regular football and the top level football and playing games, scoring goals and getting clean sheets and whatever. We want to see that. But now we've got this opportunity. We'll go all out for the Rennes game. Of course, it's away, so you've got a little bit of travel in there as well. But we'll just rest and we'll take it easy. We'll probably do a couple of days at training, purely just look at Tottenham, how they're playing, who we go up against, and work on probably a bit more of a defensive structure, I think. But then again, we can go and do them on the counter-attack completely. If the game sets up for us, it could be a lovely game against Tottenham. But we have to make sure that we get the result against Stade Rennais first. We have to. Are you muted, Lewis? I can't hear you. Is it just me? Now I can hear you.
Is that good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. I think the mic must have just come out. Fucking
That's
annoying.
fair enough.
But yeah, final question I wanted to add. Same
Go
thing
for
with
it.
that. For Rennes, what sort of rotations would you do then with Spurs in mind? Or would you end up playing the same sort of lineup both games?
It depends on who's back. That's one thing I would say massively. But for me, I'd like to see Callum Hudson-Odoi play. I must be honest. I'd like to see Callum Hudson-Odoi play. I want to see Werner play because it wasn't a good game for him today. I want to see him play, get the old goals, in that game potentially as well. I think my main thing is I'd like to see Callum Hudson-Odoi play. When he came on today, he didn't get much of an opportunity. But look, if the game is going slightly against us, we've got Callum Hudson-Odoi on the pitch already, and it maybe it's not working, then you can bring him off. You can change it up slightly. You play Werner out left-hand side. You play Tammy down the middle, whatever. You've got the ability to do that. So I would like to see Callum Hudson-Odoi. I would maybe like to see Mount get rested as well, only for the reason, of course, because we've got a lot of football coming up, and he's played a lot of football more recently anyway. Not saying that he doesn't play altogether, but maybe just don't start him. And then, of course, Thiago Silva will probably be back as well. So I think he's a certainty to start.
All right, cool. Well, bro, thanks for jumping on as always. Guys, you already know where to check him out. Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports. Any final thoughts?
Up the Chelsea, as always.
As always. Perfect, bro.
Chelsea.
Craigo, thanks for jumping on. We'll see you
Cheers,
on
guys.
Tuesday. Take care,
later.
bro. Right, let's check what everyone else is saying. Again, as usual, Craigo28 Football, Craigo28 Sports. Like and subscribe. and we'll get our next guest on. Fata, yes, bro, what are you saying? That little hashtag as well. Damn right, stop the count.
You know what, Lewis? I'm so sleepy, for that second half, though. I nearly fell asleep for the most of the games,
You're
Lockdown's
not the only
pattern.
one. Ben was conked out too, apparently.
Lockdown's pattern has been killing for me, but not for me, but for all of us, honestly. Imagine with away fans there. Like I said earlier, imagine we have to wake up in the morning around 5 a.m. and we have to get up to the Newcastle for a 6-hour coach. That's so...
It'd be worth it for the victory at least, but same way I can't be bothered just for the stairs.
Yeah. I mean, go back to the game, yeah. It's been like a training session. It's a light work though. I don't know if it's like some of us maybe like coming back from the national break. I thought maybe like a lot of players get tired a bit after the international break, but they look fresh. They look all right though. Apart from Timo Werner, I think he just looked knackered today. I don't know if it's a bit like picked off an injury or something, because I think he wasn't at his best today. What do you think about him?
Maybe it's a 6-0 against Spain. Maybe still on his head. I don't know. Decision making
I forgot about that. Yeah,
wasn't really the best, but I swear his conversion rate wasn't really that good at Leipzig either. Like, he's a quality player, but like he always needs a couple chances and then he puts one into the back of the net, if I'm correct.
This is what I've been crying out for the most about Timo Werner. I don't feel like his positioning in the left wing isn't suited for him, especially for this game, because you get isolated at times and he's not able kind of movement that he want him to do. It's just like I just would like to play him as a central forward role, like back in the days he was in Leipzig. I think in today's game, it isn't suited for him the most.
Here's the thing. Like, I disagree with that because I thought he was good in terms of getting into space. I thought he was beating players well. I thought he was finding good pockets of space there at the right moments. Realistically, I look at this sort of performance like, if Timo Werner scored, we'd all call it an amazing performance by him.
Turbo Timo.
He would have been in the right position at the right time, plenty of times. He would have got the ball into the back of the net once. No one would have been complaining. Also, I heard a stat that I think he would have been the first Chelsea player in Premier League history to score 5 in 5 if he scored.
5 consecutive games in a row, yes.
Yeah, if he scored. So that's the thing. We're all disputing whether this is a good game for him or not based on the fact that he scored. And when I was saying, is he a good left winger because of it? I think he started to grow into that position a little bit more. Realistically, if he got that goal, he would have had a great performance. But because he didn't get the goal, he just looks very wasteful as a result. So I'm seeing it from two ways. One way, I get what you're saying. Still, like at least two big chances that he could have put into the back of the net. And against a bigger team, that could be the difference between a win or a loss. In this case, though, maybe it's just a positive in me trying to look out for it because our performance had been sick. But I didn't think he was terrible. I didn't think he was
No, he wasn't terrible. I think he was tired. And also, like you said, he just came back from the Nations League a couple of days ago, and he just came back on Thursday morning. And I saw the game against Spain. He's the body movement, like the body shape with him, it doesn't feel right. Whether like he doesn't happy be playing with Germany, or is it the fact that he doesn't want to be bothered with Germany right now? Because I can see like the Timo Werner's language on that game. He was really disgusted, and I think today it kind of affect him most of this game though.
Yeah. Yes and no. What you're saying? The Germany game affected him.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. 2 weeks of whack him low. I don't blame him. Is the thing. I think he'll get past it. Like, I don't think it's a terrible performance. I don't think it's anything to look too deep into. It's not going to become a bad run or anything like that. He's just gone a game without scoring. It happens.
Yeah, it happens, isn't it? But in positive case, going back to Chelsea games today, this is the first time we win at Newcastle, like proper game like this, like kept a clean sheet in that since 2011 when we won 3-0. And after that, we kind
Oh,
of
damn, I didn't even know that.
yeah, we won 3-0 during the season that we won the Champions League with Drogba scoring the goal, that header, and also after those seasons that we kind of fell a bit short in the Newcastle. It isn't that our favorite ground in terms of our record to Newcastle, but in this kind of games, if you look at the bigger picture, in the grand scheme of things, it isn't the best performance from Chelsea this season. But if you want to become Premier League champions, you have to grind out these kind of results. And in the end of the day, like the kind of result from this game, like maybe not best performance and garnered a win, that makes us the champions.
Oh, 2-1 Brighton. Just noticed that as well.
No, I didn't see it because I was watching Sky Sport News. I can't be asked to turn on BT Sports. Yeah.
Oh, I'm just glad it's on BT for free at least. Oh, decently taken finish. Rate that. Nice. Yeah, bro. What's your man of the match for today?
I thought Kante today, man. It's just normal light work days for Kante. He's just controlling the ball in the midfield. Every time something came to him, he just like whacks it away, tackle him, make some adjustment to the tackle in there. Like it's just Kante's being Kante, Major Kante, who call him, It's just Kante. What can you say?
Yeah, just typical N'Golo Kante performance.
Typical Kante,
all over the field. Mm-hmm. But yeah, thanks for jumping on, bro. Massively appreciated.
Hey, stop the count for a day, man. Stop the count for a day.
Stop the count for the rest of the season, bro. I hear that.
Yeah.
All right, bless, bro. Thanks for jumping on.
All right, you too.
All right, take care. We're going to go quickly on to our next one. Pablo, what are you telling me, man?
You all right, Lewis? You all right?
I'm good.
Can you hear me all good, yeah?
Yeah. What are you saying, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm really good. Really happy with the 3 points. Absolutely vital because I think we all came into this one off the international break, like training for like one day, away to Newcastle in the morning. We hate it there as it is. So I was a little bit worried, but we came to the game like completely dominated. I was really impressed with that. I think we saw the large parts of the game. The team looked a little bit tired, like it got a little bit sloppy at times, and you think, oh, come on. But once we got the second goal, that was a vital goal. That was a vital moment because we were missing some big chances. We got a second goal and made it a really comfortable win. Really important win also. Like more wins, more clean sheets. Like the base of the team is there now. I think I spoke about that like a while ago, that we wanted to see the base of the team in this Chelsea side, and we are seeing that now. We've got a clear system. Like players are coming in and out, and we're still looking good. You look at Rudiger today, came back in, and him and Zouma look completely fine at the back together. So yeah, I know Newcastle weren't on the top of their game, and we probably got away with it in the fact that we were a little bit tired after the international break, and Newcastle didn't test us that much. But yeah, overall, really happy, really important 3 points for Chelsea.
Yeah, we're going to say this quietly, but call it a performance of champions because we didn't really have to get out of second gear, but we were comfortably dominant for long periods of that match. Yeah. We'll say it quietly. I think it is very early on, but it is the sort of game that champions win. I know, like, even in the seasons we've won the league, we've had bad results at Newcastle, I remember, but it was the sort of performance of champions. Like it's like I said, this is the exact sort of game that look at last season or a season where Chelsea wouldn't win the league, or if we'd finished 4th or 5th, or this is the sort of game we'd lose at 1-0 stupidly here. So to come back in, to dominate, to have that sort of like calmness in our play, the back line is very stable. Maybe got Mendy in goal, 2-0, very comfortable. It's really good. It is. It's the sort of stuff that is going to get you at the top of the table come the end of the season. That's like 100% for sure. But I think, like you said earlier, to Ben and to Craigo, we've got some massive games coming up in like December, and I think we can see Chelsea maybe dropping some points there. But it's just all about keeping going. And these sorts of games are the ones we have to win, because once we've got Tottenham, Leeds, West Ham, Arsenal, Everton, Wolves, so all of these games coming up in December, that's when it's going to get properly tough for Chelsea. So to win today is massive, and if we can keep winning matches like this, keeping this many clean sheets, no reason why we won't be up there at come the top of the season, because the Prem is so much more open this season. So I think this Chelsea team can quietly have a chance. Definitely say quietly could have a chance. What are your thoughts on the next two games? Because I've been echoing the questions with Ben and Ian and the rest of the others. Would you keep the same lineup for the next two games? Would you make any rotations? And if you would, where and which game?
Right. Against Rennes, I'd go similar. I'd be tempted to rotate, but I'd go similar. In defence, I'd bring in Thiago Silva back in to get him ready for the Tottenham game also. I'd also be tempted to bring in Azpilicueta because I know Reece James, I was worried he was going to get injured again because he got injured at Newcastle last season as well. But maybe Azpilicueta in at right back. In midfield, I think if Havertz is fit and recovered, I'd play him. Also, Jorginho's an option there. And then up front, with no Pulisic back, I know people would probably be tempted to start Hudson-Odoi, but I don't know if I can realistically see Lampard doing that. He doesn't seem to trust him that much right now. So what I'd say for Rennes is 3 or 4 changes, and then against Tottenham, strongest team possible. So against Tottenham, Thiago Silva back in, Havertz back in, obviously Pulisic if we can, but I don't think he's going to be ready. So it will obviously be Tammy, Werner, and Ziyech up front. But against Rennes, 2, 3, maybe 4 changes at a push, and against Tottenham, full strength. That's what I'd go for.
All right, cool. Yeah, I see Tottenham as the slightly bigger game than the two, but we still also can't underestimate Rennes. Yeah. One big point is we did only beat them with 2 penalties. There was one goal from open play. Other than that, it was a very tight game between the pair.
It was.
And if Rugani should be back because he was only out self-isolating. It's Camavinga that I'm more iffy about. I'm not sure if he's going to be back, but for our sake, I hope he isn't back.
Yeah.
But anyway, back onto the Newcastle game. Who's your thoughts for man of the match? Because we've had a couple N'Golo Kantes. I've been pushing Reece James. Ian said Mason Mount. Who are you going for?
I'm probably going to go N'Golo Kante. Maybe after the match, I stupidly thought Tammy Abraham just because he got the winning goal in the end. But after an hour's reflection, I'd probably go Kante. I think Reece James is a good shout for me. I don't think many people have been saying him. I thought he is the complete fullback, Reece James. He's going right to the top. Unbelievable, his positional play, the way he shields the ball. When people take him on down the line, I'm always confident in Reece James, and that's massive for a fullback. He's got everything to be one of the top fullbacks in modern football, and to me, he's already up there. I'm seeing even rival fans saying he's better than Trent sometimes. So for me, he's up there, and for England, I'd be tempted to start him over James over Trent. Honestly, I know that's a bit far. I wouldn't say he's better than Trent, but he's a sort of player who can challenge and sort of Marcanera there at right back. So I thought he was outstanding again today. Zouma also very good at the back. He's looked like a top player this season. But man of the match, I'd go N'Golo Kante. I thought he covered all the ground back there. I'm a bit like you in the way that I don't know about him as a lone DM. But against these sort of sides, I think you are right. He is very good there. He mops up the play. When we've got 80% possession, we had 90% against them at some point in the first half. So when you want that sort of game, Kante's perfect for that. Mopping up the play and just restarting us.
Yeah, literally that. I thought home midfield dominated. I think if we were weak in any area, it was attack with a finishing. But other than that, we were solid in all areas. I will ask you this question because I've been asked it a couple of times. I've kind of skipped a few people by accident. But thoughts on Rudiger's performance today?
Rudiger's always an interesting one, just because he can be a bit of a liability back there. But I think it's so interesting, the whole Rudiger situation, because I really thought he looked like 5th choice at the start of this season. He wasn't getting in the squads. He was going to go maybe even to Tottenham on deadline day. So I don't know what happened behind the scenes with Rudiger, or if Lampard had a chat with him, but he's clearly 3rd choice centre-back right now. And to be fair to the guy, when he comes in, when he's next to Zouma there, he's not looking bad. I wouldn't be surprised if next game he goes and gets his legs wound up and concedes us a goal, but he's looking solid. I don't mind Rudiger as a centre-back most of the time. I always try and back Rudiger, but sometimes it just gets too much. He made a lot of poor mistakes and did not look solid at all too many times in the previous seasons for Chelsea. But to be fair, 3rd choice centre-back, it isn't a bad option. He's been playing well for Chelsea. He's coming in when Thiago Silva can't play, which we know is, it's almost once a week now for Chelsea. He can play 2 out of the 3 games, Silva. So having Rudiger there, keeping clean sheets when he's got Mendy and Zouma next to him, not bad at all. So I was impressed with Rudiger, and if he can keep it up, then yeah, I'm all for it.
All right, cool. Well, any final thoughts, bro?
Final thoughts. Very happy with this win. I thought it was excellent overall to come off the international break with all the conditions considered. Massive 3 points for Chelsea. Like you said, there's sort of 3 points that will win you the league, or at least get you up there come the end of the season. But I think now it is all about the upcoming games. If we beat Rennes on Wednesday, we're in a great position. We'll probably qualify actually, but we want to top that group, like you guys were saying, to get a good draw and not get someone like Bayern again, which just like puts you out of the competition immediately. And then I think final thoughts is all about the December month, all the games coming up for Chelsea, because those are the real tests. We've got some massive games coming up, and if we can pick up points in some of those, then that's when you can really start considering Chelsea as title candidates. Because I look at those fixtures and it's really tough. It is really tough, especially every 3 days. So yeah, that's what we've got coming up, and that would be where I'd end it today.
All right, well, perfect. Thanks for jumping on, bro, as usual. Shout your channel again quickly.
Yeah. Channel's just Pablo. I've been on here a few times for watch-alongs and stuff, so I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but yeah, channel's Pablo, football content on there, discussing some topics, and yeah, check out if you guys want.
All right, well, thanks again for jumping on, and we'll see you on Tuesday, bro. Take care.
Always a pleasure. Cheers, Lewis.
Cheers. Right, we'll go very quickly on because I want to get through the other three because they've been waiting a little bit of a while. Tyrese, what are you saying, man? You're on mute, bro.
Oh, I'm good,
There
man. It was a good win to get today. I think we were quite good moving forward. We defended really well, but that performance in midfield from everyone was just excellent, man. Like everyone really played well. But a lot of people are saying we were a bit wasteful in our chances, but I think I know the reason why. Because everyone on that pitch today played internationally, the international break. Everyone on that pitch today. So to me, it was just fatigue. I think if it was a normal circumstance of going up to St. James's Park, we would have probably got we probably would have been tearing them apart. But we were excellent today. But we are winning the league. We're winning the Premier League. I really do think so, because Liverpool got bare injuries. City isn't really seeing anything much, and Spurs. Well, how can Spurs win the league? That ain't happening. That ain't happening. But
no way.
No way. I'll if Jose could get them to win the league, I don't know. It's not happening. But I think today we were okay. It was a really good performance, defensively and moving forward. I think we were wasteful with some chances, and I think it was a complacent performance. But I think that came from fatigue, because everyone, to me, everyone played well. Let's say that. But Mason Mount, to me, he was tired in the later stages of the game, and he missed that chance. When I saw him, he looked a bit tired to me. And because you have to remember, he started 3 games for England, and he played he started 3 games for England, then he came back today. So he was good today, though. He was really good, really, really good. But the only problem is now, I wonder if when Pulisic comes back, when Havertz comes back, if we're gonna drop Tammy and Mason, because every time they can fill in a role quite well to me. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that? We have a really good squad, and everyone
Got one of the best squads in the league.
Yeah.
Maybe the best squad in the league overall right now in terms of who's fits and who's not.
Yeah,
Might be us.
I still think that Man City has a better squad than us, because they have a really good, strong. Their 11 is really strong, and their second team is strong as well. But us, it's the same for us, because I think we're good all over. We have depth in every area of the pitch. Only thing we probably have to go in January is probably going to get a defensive midfielder. But my only problem is now, if we're playing so well in this 4-3-3, are we gonna if we do happen to buy Declan Rice, will he be starting over Kante? What do you think is gonna happen?
I don't think he start over Kante. I feel it starts with Kante. That's what I think the best.
I think so too, but I prefer the 4-3-3 over the 4-2-3-1. I've been telling people this, I prefer the 4-3-3, and we just look more fluent to me with it. And I don't hear much people saying about this, but Tammy Abraham in the early stages of the game, he wasn't really playing that well. He was getting his positioning was off. his finish. Honestly, that header that Ziyech ripped in from, he should have buried that. It's no excuse for that. For that, he should have buried that without a doubt. But to me, he lost the ball that we could have conceded as well. You know, we could have conceded, but I think it was Zouma that recovered, and we didn't. Thankfully, we didn't concede. But Tammy Abraham overall performance to me wasn't the best, but it was good for him to get the goal for us to finally kill off games. And we need to assess Lampard finally, because early on in the season we were saying his selection at times was poor, his in-game management has been a bit poor sometimes. But how do you think he's evolved over the course of the season?
Lampard's style of play.
Yeah, because I think defensively we've improved drastically, and moving forward we were always a threat. But in midfield and defensively, we've improved drastically. So, what's your thoughts on that with Lampard?
Literally just everything you said. Our transitions have been improving, and that's been our biggest issue at the start of the season. Couldn't transition from defense to attack to save our lives, and now we can do that again.
I think it was because we always said we need to gel, and we have a very good team, and any fan that's deluded to think that we can't challenge they have to be the most delusional, because we're lucky. And you know what's going to happen? If we win this league, right, they're going to be like, oh, y'all only won the league because Liverpool got bare injuries. But that's not our fault. They could have gone in the market and strengthened much more. So we're in good contention to win the Premier League. We're playing good attacking football, really good attacking football. We have quality all over the pitch. We have depth. We have a manager that clearly knows what he's doing with this squad. Because I think everyone is saying Lampard out. Well, early in the season, people were saying Lampard out, bring Allegri and Allegri want us to win this the Prem to me, in my opinion. Lampard could do it. It's debatable because I don't want another transitional season. I always said it. I don't want another transitional season. Can't take it anymore. This is we had 2 in a row. I don't want another one. We're doing fine right now, and our main focus right now is to try and win the Premier League. I think if we could draw a good opponent in the Champions League, we could probably even go on and win that as well. We're playing really, really well, and it shows that we're good all over. And I want to big up one performance, which is my man of the match, Rudiger. He's my man of the match.
Rudiger, your man of the match?
Yeah.
What?
No. Listen, he's my man of the match. He's not the man of the match that he wrote. He's my man of the match because.
Why?
Because he hasn't. Because we've been giving him so much stick, and he came back and he was really mature today, and he had a really good performance to me. He had that crucial block.
Very, very debatable.
Yeah, he had a good performance to me because I thought
he cost us the equalizer about 2 or 3 times.
Well,
I'm trying to be neutral here, but a Rudiger man of the match, bro. Come on.
I just think that he came back and gave us a good performance, and he
fair play. I mean, it was better than Rudiger from last season. I'll give you that.
He covered for Thiago Silva, and apart from that, why he's my man in the match is because he hasn't started a game for the season, and he was supposed to be shipped out of the club and stuff. We all know that. But today he came and to me he gave him a decent performance. But he's my man in the match for that reason. But in general, the actual man in the match, which I have to give kudos to, is Mason Mount. He was brilliant today, man. Like, he was excellent. I really liked Mason Mount's performance today. Kovacic was.
Oh, what's wrong with his connection? Go on, say that again.
Kovacic was brilliant today. I think everyone in midfield was great today, and Kante in that lone DM role, he's showing people that he could do it. I've heard. I don't know what's your thing on Kante, that lone DM. Why? Like, you think, as I heard you said earlier, that against other oppositions he could be pressed, and we all know when Kante is pressed, he sometimes loses possession. But why don't you think he could play that lone DM role? I think he's doing quite fine.
Depends on the opposition, because here's the thing: we face Burnley, and Sheffield United, you both have the joint lowest goals scored. Nippon will wait for a sec for you. 1 sec. Sammy's trying to mock it. Alright, Sammy, don't try and hide out of here. 1 second. Sammy, you ain't getting out of this, you waste, man. Okay, we'll get back to him in a little second. But like I said with N'Golo Kante, we've played Burnley and Sheffield United with the joint lowest goals scored in the Premier League this season. We faced Newcastle with the lowest goals on target this season. We're facing teams that don't press us. We're facing teams that give N'Golo Kante a lot of space to work with, and he's been excellent in those 3 games because of it. When we're facing a better team, a team that's going to give him less time on the ball, a team that's going to try and push the play more onto him because they know he's a bit weaker out of the 3 in terms of going forward, that's where I think he might be in a bit more trouble. That's why I think the natural DM, it's a strong guy who's going to sit deep and not move. N'Golo Kante prefers to roam. He's a roamer by nature. He likes to roam around the pitch and break up play. That's what he's used to as a player. That's what he won the league at Leicester doing. That's what he won the league at Chelsea doing. We've only just started playing him as a natural DM for the first time. Maybe in his career, he's been played regularly as a lone DM. So it's working now. But look at the teams we're playing. It's a winnable run of games. If this works against better opposition, a Man City, a Spurs, it did work against Man City in the 2-1. He played in that position. But same way, I don't think he was good in that game either. I thought he was good at interceptions, and that was it. I thought his tackling was very sloppy in that match.
You don't think he was good in that City game?
The City 2-1 game, the one where we won.
But he was all over De Bruyne. Like, De Bruyne was shot.
He didn't complete a single tackle in that match.
Like to me, De Bruyne
interceptions were good, but interceptions with N'Golo Kante is bread and butter. Like, you're always going to have that in his game. Passing was sloppy that game, and he didn't complete a single tackle in that match. I'm not trying to slander N'Golo Kante. I'm just putting the facts on the table.
The quality player.
N'Golo Kante at DM gives you something, doesn't give you everything. That's why it's okay. It works against some oppositions, against some other oppositions. I'm not so confident. I need to see it for myself. If it works, cool. I'm all for it. Then we don't even need a DM. Then we're all sorted, and I'm even more confident about our title race. But that's kind of what I'm holding back on.
The thing is about Kante, to me, like, he's playing, as I said, he's playing as that lone DM right now, but he was never really the best passer. So, as I said, his passing, we all knew Kante is not the greatest passer. And that is a bit worrying for a midfielder, but he was never the greatest player. He was never a Fabregas. He was never a Lampard. He was just he was really good at recovering the ball, and defensive awareness is excellent. So I gotta say that he could play that lone DM role for us in the future, and I think he's a really good player, really, really good player. We could probably see if he could play that lone DM role for the rest of the season and see how far he can go. But for now, we're doing quite well with him there, and
we're doing well with it now. So I wouldn't change a damn thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm a full believer of that.
Yeah, and it ain't like Jorginho is better there. I don't like Jorginho, so I have a.
Here's the thing. I like Jorginho in some matches, but I can't even push Jorginho prop right now because he's really not playing at that level. Start of the season, he was excellent, but his form's fallen off. So I can't really say not bench Kante, move Kante into centre mid for Jorginho when we've got 3 midfielders that are balling out. So I get that.
No way. Jorginho, I have a Jorginho agenda, and I'm proud to say it. I genuinely dislike Jorginho. Never liked him, never thought he would fit our style of play. I just think that he's not a Premier League player. So if he could move on from Chelsea and we could get in Declan Rice, we have to see. But it's going to be interesting now if we could play Declan Rice and Kante in a pivot, because I think I don't know which one to be one moving forward. I think it'll probably be Rice, but we're good. We're good right now, and I think if we could keep up this form, we could go on and win the league. This is real genuinely judge us. I'll generally judge us in January, because we have a lot of tough fixtures coming up. We have Spurs next week, and then we have who we have after that. We have City.
Not sure. No. City's in the new year.
New year. We have Spurs next week, and then I think I can't remember what else we have. We have Arsenal sometime. That's Boxing Day. But I can't remember. We have Spurs next week, and then Leeds, I think. but Everton. But we have tough fixtures coming up. And we're gonna have to be really cautious. We're gonna have to make sure our team selection is on point because Lampard sometimes. For right now, I think if we could keep up this good form, we could go on and win the league. We have a really good striker, we have a very good midfielder, and we have a good defender at the back and a decent keeper. So if we could go on with this form that we have right now, we could genuinely win the league, and I have no doubts about it. We just have to trust Lampard. I just think our fan base have to 100% trust him. I 100% trust him now based off these results, but we're gonna have to see.
All right, calm. Well, thanks for jumping on, bro. Massively appreciated.
Yeah, bro.
All right, take care. In a bit, man. I wanted to see what one of this comments said. Kante's passing was on point today. I am going to give him credit for that. And I also do like the way we're playing because I think our style of play puts Kante in less dangerous positions where he can lose the ball. So if we're masking his deficiencies in this style of play, it's another reason why Kante at lone DM could work. But I'm not slandering Kante. It's a reservation. It's something I need to see first. Right, we're going to get our next guest on. Vitmus, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
What's up?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. How you been? It's been a while.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just that I have a channel too, so sometimes I'm a little busy. So when I saw you guys were on, I was like, oh, can I make it? Because I'm gonna do a next game as well. Even though I'm a Chelsea fan, I just try to do, all the watch-alongs if possible.
Yeah.
But pertaining to the game today, I mean, I agree. I mean, we had a problem with this last time I talked to you about Kante playing the CDM role. And I looking at it now, I agree with you. He has always been the mobile midfielder of the two CDMs. He's not a sitter. And if we do come under pressure from teams like City and maybe Spurs on next weekend, if he doesn't hold up, then we'll definitely have to get a CDM that will definitely sit with the centre backs and cover them. And Kante can play aside him and move around, mobile, back and forward. But when we do that, we're going to get rid of, as in this Kovacic thing, because for me, the man of the match for me is Kovacic, That man was instrumental in the... Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm agreeing with you, yeah.
Kovacic was like so good today. I mean, all of the guys were good. Everybody was good. But I think Kovacic stood out for me because he didn't make he only made one mistake today, one bad pass. But apart from that, his passing was good. He helped defended. He tracked back. He took the team forward. He's my man of the match, like no doubt about it. Kante was good, but I think Kovacic showed why he should be a part of the starting 11, Lewis. Like, no joke. There's not... I mean, Tyree said about Jorginho. Jorginho is class, man. But as you said, he's not on form. So we can't put our trust in Jorginho, where at this moment in the league, when we're on a good run, we can't go forward. Respect me. I get what I'm saying, Lewis. I like Jorginho. I don't hate him. I don't know why Tyrese hate Jorginho. But I think Jorginho, if we put Jorginho in an Arsenal team right now or a Manchester City, how you think he's gonna play?
Do you know how worried I was when I heard Arsenal were in for him on loan?
Yeah, I was like,
Arteta was there when Pep wanted him. And he know exactly how to use Jorginho. I'd be like, nah, that's the wrong move. He'll have the whole team flow through him.
If Jorginho goes to any of those two teams, maybe Arsenal won't be the best, but he still will add something. But if Manchester City get Jorginho, bro, because Pep didn't wanted Rodri. The only reason he bought Rodri was because we got Jorginho.
Exactly.
So I think Jorginho a good player, but the way we are playing now and the squad we have and how Lampard or how us Chelsea fans want us to attack, I don't think Jorginho will fit the way we want to play because we need mobile midfielders. And Jorginho, if he had the legs, then yes, but he doesn't have the legs. So that's what keeps him out the team for me. He doesn't have the legs to do that long run like Kante or Kovacic or even Havertz. Havertz is more mobile than Jorginho. You get me?
That's where Jorginho, that's where his deficiencies hold him. I feel like I've always said Jorginho I think would be better against the pressing side because I think he's better when it comes to dealing with
Pressure.
releasing the ball under the pressure, and exactly
Yeah.
that. That's what I feel like N'Golo Kante struggles with. But the one thing with Jorginho is his athleticism. He's got none about him, and in the Premier League, that's the one thing that you need.
You need that. You're right, Lewis. 100% right. I don't know, but today's performance, I mean, I can see Chelsea finishing top 4. I mean, I know the league, I mean, it's possible. It's not impossible to not win the league, but we are on a high. And as Chelsea fans, we have to like put it out there in the universe that, hey, the league look like we can win it. So let's win it. But I think top 4, top 3, Chelsea. If we win the league, that's a big plus. Yo, win. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Lewis. If we do win the league, I will be gassed. I'll be jumping.
It would be crazy, man.
You understand me? But I still think even though Liverpool have an injured defense and things, I think they have the quality up front to still get the job done. Manchester City, I mean, they're like 8 points off the top. Bro, we've seen Manchester United winning the Premier League being 14, 11 points behind. Coming back years, maybe 2005, 6, no, not 5, but 8 or 9. They started the season poorly. And they still came back and win. But Chelsea just have to continue. You said it earlier, the big teams, we have to just take points from those games. We just avoid defeat. When we play teams, mid-table teams and low-bottom teams, then we beat those teams and maybe we can win the league. Maybe. And I'm not going to blame Werner for missing any of those chances today. Yes, he's a world-class player, but yes, Tyrese was right at that point when he said fatigue and the international break. We got the win. He came back. He made a magnificent run. Assisted Abraham. We got the 3 points. I have no problem with today's game. Not once. I can't find a fault. Rudiger, for me, I'm not a fan of Kurt Zouma. Yes, Kurt Zouma is playing good at this point, but I'm still not a fan of him. You get me? But he's playing good. Huh?
Kurt Zouma?
Yeah. I don't hate him, but to me, it still does not look like that world-class or top centre-back. Remember, Chelsea is used to the Carvalhos, the Alex, the Terry, the Cahills, even David Luiz. I still don't see Zouma. I mean, if he continues on the run that he is now, then I will have to clap him and say, hey, Zouma, you deserve to be our number 1 centre-back. Because I think Rudiger will be a better pairing with Thiago Silva. The thing is, Rudiger cannot play beside someone who is on the same level as him or average or don't know how to set a defense up. That's why Rudiger looks awful. But if he's beside, that's why I think Zouma improved, because he's beside Thiago Silva, who is touching me. Yo, Zouma, go over there. Yo, Zouma, you stay over there. Yo, Zouma, step up. That's what Zouma looks. That's why he looks good. But I like Rudiger, but I will never take Zouma out at this point to put Rudiger in, because Zouma is doing too good. But I still, maybe, if he continues to play like this, then yeah, Zouma, number 1. You get me? And going forward, I think Chelsea will beat Spurs. I think Mourinho has too much love for Chelsea. I think he tries to beat us, but the emotion that he has, I don't think he'll be able to beat us. And Lampard, I think he's scared of Lampard, I generally think Mourinho is scared of Lampard. We played them 2 times in the league last season. Easy wins. The match they beat us in this season, the EFL Cup, I think we messed with that game. We could have won that game easily, maybe 3 goals, 4 goals, but the penalty shootout, it could have went anyway. Tottenham got it, yeah. But I think we're gonna beat Tottenham, and I think the top 3 definitely will finish top 3. And that's basically it for me. I don't want to really pressure, and maybe a few other guys are there to jump on.
I've got like 2 more guys ready to jump on, but I'm happy chatting to you anyway. It's cool.
Oh well, yeah. I'm always thinking about the other guys too, man. But I love where the club is heading. Remember we were saying like Lampard maybe can't handle the job, but he seems to be getting things in order. I'm not gonna jump like, because some Chelsea fans are saying Lampard out already. I'm not gonna say Lampard out. I think he's doing good, and if we continue picking up points and keeping in the top 4 or top 3, Lampard can keep the job, but he needs to win a trophy. I don't know, win the FA Cup, something. We need something. If we can get lucky and win the league, Champions League, I would take that. Lampard can keep the job. You get me? I don't have a problem with him at this moment. Last season, yeah, but this season, he seems to be getting things together. And as you said, I don't know what happened behind doors with Rudiger. I don't know why he was treating Rudiger like that. Rudiger was one of the main reasons why we got Werner and Havertz. So why treat him like that? And then he's back in the team now. Everything's look good. And I think if we do spoil this season, it will be because of Lampard and his team management. I think we have the crop of players. Everyone seems happy. So he just needs to keep it like that and don't let this streak that we're on get to his head and start to make poor decisions, as that will just kill the whole morale of the team. When Pulisic comes back, use him. If he's fit enough, use him. You get me? And I don't like Werner playing on the flank, but it's working. But we don't want to turn Werner in a winger. I don't like that.
That's the thing. He likes roaming there, but I don't like him sticking there, because when he sticks there, it's a bit harder for him. Like, I like him when he's in the centre forward position. He roams onto the left and he drags the defender with him. If he sticks there on the left-hand side, I feel like he struggles a little bit more because he can't really take players with him or anything like that.
He doesn't have the flair like Hazard or Pulisic to, be settled and get past people. I mean, he has his speed and things like that, but I really don't. Yes, Tammy Abraham is scoring. He's doing okay playing at centre forward, but we need to see Pulisic playing on that left side and Werner ahead, because Werner scored the second most highest goal in the Bundesliga last season playing as a centre forward. So I really don't want to see him being wasted on the flanks. Trust me, Lewis, it doesn't look good. He's doing okay, but we know what Werner can do when he plays centre forward. You get me?
Yeah.
And you're still saying we need Declan Rice.
I think we need a DM. Declan Rice is the DM if we can get him on a cheaper. If not, could we go for Zakaria? Could we go for Sumar? I'm happy with either of them. I just want a good solid DM that we could go for. It doesn't necessarily have to be Declan Rice. Declan Rice is just Lampard's number 1 pick as a DM. So if we go for anyone, it's likely going to be him. But it doesn't mean it has to be.
Well, I think the price tag is too much. I would play with Rice, but
way too much. I think we can get that taken down to about 40, 50, maybe send them a player or something like that. I think we can get it taken down.
It's just, when Chelsea buys anyone from within the Premier League, they always seem to try to overcharge us. Remember with Callum Wilson, they wanted 50 million for Callum Wilson the year with Sarri. 50 million.
Because half the time we're that stupid that we pay it. Now we're different.
Yeah, I mean, but you see, Newcastle got Wilson for 20 million. I hate these clubs try to hustle
They
Chelsea.
big clubs because they know we got the cash for it.
But I mean, my G, thanks again for letting me hop on. Chelsea.
Oh, anytime, man.
Chelsea, blue is the color. Keep the blue flag flying high. We're doing good. Keep it up. And we might be lucky to get the league.
Might be. Hopefully, man. Thanks for jumping on anyway.
Thanks for having me again.
Game, bro.
All right. Thank you so much, Lewis. Peace out.
Peace, bro. Right, we've got time for 2 more people, and then we are probably going to wrap this up. Arteta slander. Arsenal ain't even playing, but yeah, keep it going. I don't mind. That's fine by me. Ben, what are you telling me, man?
Not much, man. Quality should be better today on my PC. So.
Yeah, you sound perfect.
All right, sick. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, what are you telling me? What are your thoughts on the game?
I'm always quite negative, yeah. But obviously getting the 3 points doesn't matter how you do it. If you get it, you get it. But I think we need to be more clinical. Like, the chances that we wasted, obviously in the long run, didn't really matter because we got the win. It's just I always think like, what if we come against Bayern Munich in the Champions League or a better team in the Champions League or the league, and we play like that? Like, we're not going to play against Newcastle every week. Like, we're going to have a team that's going to come and punish us for making mistakes like that. So we're lucky Newcastle didn't. They sat back today. But if they were actually on it and St. Maximin was actually on his top form, then it could have been a different result.
I think it's more the base of the way Newcastle was setting up, because they barely did anything that first half. Just sat deep.
Yeah. They had like 11 men behind the ball, even in like the first 20 minutes. Like, they didn't go for it at all.
Exactly. And that's kind of that, and the early goal was the reason why the game just fell right into our hands. It was all about just killing it off. It was a game of patience. It really was just a game of patience. We knew a goal was going to come sooner or later.
Yeah, but I mean, when we were 1-0 up, I was convinced Newcastle were going to score, but they just didn't. They had a few chances, but I don't actually know what happened with that when Rudiger, was it a handball, offside? When they nearly equalised and the guy skied it.
Wait, what do you mean? The one where Rudiger went for a clearance and it hit the Newcastle player and he had a free shot?
Yeah. Was that offside?
Yeah, him on the chest, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, like Rudiger went for a clearance, hit him in the chest, it just came right back out.
Man, although Rudiger didn't play bad today, I really, really want to see Tomori have a game, man. Or for his own benefit, for him to go to a better team where he gets game time, because he's young, he should be playing games, and he should be getting more experience. So I think he's got to make a choice. Whether he stays and gets game time or leaves and gets... Like, if he stays, he ain't going to get game time, I don't think, with Thiago Silva, Zouma doing really well.
Yeah, but I think he will have game time, because we are going to have to rotate like that. We really are.
Yeah, I suppose.
Especially with the Christmas period coming on as well.
I think Kante proved a lot of people wrong today. I saw some stats here. 90% pass accuracy, 1 key pass, 4 out of 5 accurate long balls, 4 tackles, 2 clearances. Yeah, he done well.
Yeah, he had an amazing game. He really did. Near man of the match performance.
Yeah.
Do you want to say 90% pass accuracy? Most of it was backwards and sideways because Newcastle had everyone behind the ball, but I am happy with Kante propaganda, so I'm not going to say too much. But again, stats don't always tell the full story.
Yeah. That's true. That is true.
I'm not going to push the propaganda too much. You know my thoughts on Kante. I think he's an amazing box-to-box. I think he's a great DM as well at the right time. I'm really interested to see the Spurs game. If he bangs out that Tottenham game and can even deal with their press as well, cool. Then I'm all sold on it.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, Timo... I think he's getting a lot of hate. Like, Twitter is just like, Timo this, Timo that. Like, the best players have off days, and
this is rival fans, isn't it?
The thing is, he still didn't even have an off day. He still got a great assist. Well, I don't know. Wait, was it his assist? Yeah, it was his assist.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So it's not like he had a bad game. It's just he didn't score when he should have. But
yeah,
offside goal. Still had more offside goals than Martial's had shots on target.
Ain't here one of them today.
Yeah. But yeah,
good performance. Any other thoughts?
Yeah. Sammy said plug the TikTok. So Blues Fans TV YT on TikTok. Check it out, guys. 12 followers. That's the one there. There will be Laws's. I don't know. I think I pronounced that wrong. Laws's.
Wait, is that you on the screen or Sammy? Because I'm confused now.
That's Sammy doing it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, there will be Laws's review on the game up there soon.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Didn't even know we were uploading regularly on that. But yeah, I'm going to have a look at the TikTok as well. You just advertised it to me. So cool.
Yeah. I'm the one that I've been editing it recently. So yeah.
Oh, those are your edits?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I like the one for the AFTV one. That looks clean. I'll give you that. Any final thoughts, bro?
Yeah, well, Kante man the match. I don't know how Tammy did get it, but
I'm really surprised Tammy got it.
It's because
Kante, Reece James, Mason Mount, Kovacic, then maybe Tammy.
I don't know who said it, but another person on the stream earlier said that maybe the commentators just said it because it was the easy way out because he got the winning goal. Well,
Yeah.
the second goal, but still, in terms of performance, yeah, Reece James, Kante is close on those two.
All right, perfect. Well, thanks for jumping on anyway. Much
Cheers, bro.
appreciated.
Okay.
Shout out your channel quick.
It's just Ben Costello on YouTube.
All right, safe, bro. Thanks for jumping on. Much appreciated.
All right, cheers, boys. In a bit.
Cheers, bro. Just in time for our last guest. Yes, bro. What are you saying?
Not much. How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Sammy, wait.
I have to call Zayn. Zayn? I don't think Aubameyang's getting any hat tricks this season.
Are you
He
throwing
only
shots
wanted
at
the
Zayn?
money.
You're throwing
He's
shots
only
at
in for the
Zayn?
money. He was only playing good because he wanted the money.
That is mad. I can't believe. If Zayn's still here, see if he responds.
Zayn,
right?
where's your UCL? Stop wasting your parents' money.
Ha! Oh, mad.
And you couldn't even beat Aston Villa. And you said Willian was our best player. He who laughs loudest. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha.
Wow. Mad.
Anyway. Tammy Abraham. He wasn't that good today. He got the goal. But I'm going to give him a 5.
A 5?
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
And I just don't get this Timo slander. I don't get it. No, that was just a Halloween prop.
Yeah, I can't lie. You scared the fucking shit out of me when that came out, but yeah.
So yeah, Kante man of the match. I mean, we need to use him more as a box-to-box midfielder.
Okay.
Because this isn't going to bode well with better teams.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the match.
Anything else?
Yeah. When I first saw the first goal, I thought it was Ben Chilwell, but then I saw it was a deflection of the Newcastle defender.
Yeah, I don't remember what player it was, but it was... Who got the own goal? I should know. I ain't got a clue who got the own goal.
I think it was something Rodriguez.
Maybe. If anything, I might do the research. Let me check quickly. Just tell everyone else what your thoughts were on the game while I sort this out.
Yeah, I think we played rather well.
Federico Fernandez.
Yeah, we played rather well, in my opinion.
Okay, cool. What do you think of us defensively?
Zouma needs to start. He needs to be our first choice centre back. Well, obviously alongside Thiago Silva.
Zouma.
Yeah, Zouma.
Okay.
I don't know who it was that said Rudiger was my man of the match. I don't know who. I don't know what he was smoking. But no.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can keep our form consistent, we can easily get top 4.
Yeah, well, top 4. I mean, top 4's got to be a given at this point. I'm looking more towards the title race.
Yeah. I mean, if you had asked me at the beginning of the season that we would have a realistic chance of winning the league, I would have said, put down the weed. It's a 2-horse race between Pep and Klopp. But now there are so many injuries to Liverpool So I was like, yeah, if we keep ourselves on form and maybe surprise a few, we could actually be in a chance with finishing first come end of the season.
You never know. Imagine if we won the Premier League. That would be a madness.
Yeah, and imagine, Zane, I don't know if you're listening, imagine if we won it.
Oh, wait, did you mute your mic for a sec?
Oh, no. No, it was, I think that was you, because it says the host has muted your mic.
That must have been Sammy then. That wasn't me.
Okay,
Yeah,
so...
Sammy's in the background just messing about with a bunch of things.
So yeah, imagine if we actually did it at the Emirates. Winning the league at the Emirates.
Oh, no, we can't. We've got them on Boxing Day, though.
Yeah. I am so buzzing for that game. I want revenge.
Yeah, revenge for the cup final. We need it, man. Honestly.
And it's not... Look, they played with 10 men. They played against a... Obviously, you're going to have the advantage if you have 10 men versus 11 men.
And the referee as well.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I meant. 10 men. He should have stayed on for the full 90. And plus Pulisic injured. A fully fit Pulisic would have... we would have been the champions if Pulisic was fully fit.
Exactly. Probably would have, yeah. You already had the first one in the first half. But yeah, we'll get our revenge on them. That will happen.
Yeah,
I mean, if
we usually do better than them in the league anyway.
Sorry, I don't know what Sammy's doing. He's on some bullshit, but go on.
Yeah, I said we usually do better than them in the league anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the last time they finished above us was 2016, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2016.
Look, London has always been blue and always will be.
Tell them again.
Look, even they can't even say stuff about North London now being red. So that's slowly turning pink.
John said pink.
You know?
Pink. Oh my
because
God.
Spurs have constantly finished above them for so many years.
That is mad. Man said pink. That's crazy. No, but I get that. If anything, I think North London's blue, just like the rest of it.
Yeah, precisely. Even though we're not in North London.
Yeah, that's basically our training ground. I mean, no other teams won at the Emirates more as an away club than we have.
Yeah. So, I think we're going to beat them as well. We have... we're going to beat both... We have to beat both North London clubs. Like we did last season.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we don't really owe Spurs any revenge, but we still should just beat them just for the sake of it.
Yeah, just because they're a London team at the end of the day.
It's typical stay in our revenge. What are your thoughts on the next two games then? Rennes we got next, and then we got Tottenham on the Sunday. What are your thoughts for both of those games, and what kind of lineups would you want to see?
Rennes, okay. I will go with Mendy in goal. Shut up, Zakir.
Oh, what's he saying?
He just highlighted his comment.
Yeah, I just saw that. I pulled it back up. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, that's why I said shut. I wasn't telling you to shut up.
No. I know. It's cool. I know you weren't.
Okay.
So go on.
Yeah. Yeah. So Rennes, Mendy in goal. Zouma, Silva, Azpilicueta, Chilwell.
Azpi and Chilwell.
Kante.
Wait, you're going to have Azpi at centre back?
I already said Zouma, Silva, Chilwell, Azpilicueta.
My bad.
Because I feel that works because like they have the French connection between them. Because Aspi, Zouma, Silva all speak French.
Yeah, that's actually smart. Yeah, all right, that good idea. Go on.
Yeah, so Kante and Kova in the holding positions.
Cool.
I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1, by the way.
Cool.
Ziyech, Havertz, and Pulisic as the attacking trio, and Werner up top.
Werner up top. Okay, cool. And same lineup for Spurs.
Yeah, pretty much. Maybe for Spurs, I might drop Kova for Mount, but maybe not. Probably same for Spurs as well.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'll leave a final question then. Actually, no, 2 final questions. Score predictions for both those games and your man of the match for today.
Oh, man of the match today. I'm going to say Werner, actually.
Werner.
For the assist.
Okay, interesting. And the score predictions for the next 2 games.
I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
My heart says 2-1 Chelsea for the Spurs game, but I am actually saying, well, my heart says 2-1 Chelsea, but my head says a draw.
Okay, cool. Well, Nippon, thanks for jumping on as per usual. Do you want to shout out your channel?
Yeah, I have 2 Instagrams. One is Nippon with 4 I's and 3 U's.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, I forgot about that.
My YouTube channel is basically Nippon Sharma. I need to know how to use the camera on my computer first before I upload any videos. And I also have a faceless Instagram called 1905 Updates.
Does Sammy just kick him? Sammy, you're a waste man if you did that. That is Nippon. If you're watching that was not me. That was Sammy. He's the one that was on that BS. But yeah, thanks for jumping on anyway. You didn't even get to say goodbye. That's a bit peak, but okay, cool. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna end this stream now because I've been streaming for the last 4.5 hours and I need a rest. And I need a dark room. Yeah, so guys, thanks for jumping on. Peace. Like, subscribe, check out Carefree Lou.